Ita for saying no when my husband's sister asked me to cook after she ran out of money. About 6 weeks ago my husband's sister and her 3 kids came to stay with my husband and me. His sister was involved in an accident and upon the release from the hospital needed some help with some stuff, and so we welcomed her and the kids into our home with our kids. She was in a wheelchair for the first few weeks until her left arm was okay again, but her leg and foot have been taking some time. Even during that time it was frustrating. I would consult with her on meals to prepare, but I have 2 kids with allergies, so that needs to be taken into account, and I wasn't going to start cooking multiple meals. We would agree on something after a lot of back and forth, and then she and the kids would complain that it wasn't what they wanted, and then after the first few days she started ordering takeout after I had already started cooking / had cooked the food, instead of just saying she didn't want what I was doing. And so then we had food going to waste. My husband confronted her on it and she said she wouldn't do it again and apologized. Then last week it all came to a head. I had decided to cook her youngest's favorite meal for their birthday, which she knew about, and had said thank you for, and then sprung takeout on us and said that she hadn't wanted her kid to have a sucky dinner for their birthday. Cue me saying that was enough and she could worry about feeding her kids while I would worry about mine. Done. No big issue. I refuse to be disrespected like that though. Then yesterday she ran out of money and she asked if I would cook for them all again, and I told her no. I told her she disrespected me enough and wasted enough of my time and our money, and she could figure something out since I would hate for her to eat shit. She raged at me, told me I was taking RSUs out on the kids and how she's meant to be resting more than she was, so how dare I put her health at risk over petty fighting. We're family blah blah. I told her she should have thought of all this before deciding she could keep ordering stuff behind my back and then insulting my cooking, and she never had this issue before they moved in. She ended up calling her parents and they transferred money to her, but apparently they think I should have been a more gracious host too, and my husband's sister is basically saying I acted like an R. I'm still so shocked at the nerve, but questioning if she's right. Ita? NTA, you need to set up a timeline for her to leave, or just send her to her parents' house since Op is not being a gracious host /s. NTA, holy crap, talk about ungrateful. Damn, I would pack her up and send her to her mom. NTA, can't believe she said that the dinner you were going to cook for the youngest was a sucky dinner. That's so rude. I'm absolutely shocked that she comes into your home and has you guys look after her and then insults your cooking. It would have been fine if she was just ordering takeout and letting you know, but the fact that she arranges to eat with you and changes her mind last second is incredibly rude. She doesn't even offer you any. If I was a guest, then I would be offering my host takeout as a thank you. Apparently they think I should have been a more gracious host. Well, according to the rules of the Fae, you have already fulfilled your host duties. She has shown disrespect, so she's broken her guest duties. It's that simple. Also, guaranteed she told her parents a different version of the story than what happened. A grown-up woman going to her parents to complain. She's TA. She's disrespectful and insulted your cooking more than once. NTA. She wants to run to mommy to complain? Cool. She can go stay there. Ita, for not wanting to give any money to my pregnant ex. My ex, 25F, and I, 27M, were together about 6 months, but during that time we were free to see other people. Things weren't working out, so we broke up. Over a month after that she finds out she's pregnant and tells me baby is mine. But I already knew she was seeing other guys, so it was also possible the baby isn't. She got mad that I was having doubts, but I said if we got a paternity test and it showed I'm the dad, then yeah, I'll 100% be involved. My ex didn't want that and she'd rather wait until after the baby is born to get a test done, so I said that's fine, it's her choice. But I won't get myself involved unless I know the baby is mine. Like, I already know I could be set up for child support if I start helping out now and then later it's revealed I'm not the father. I live in the US and have heard this stuff happens a lot. I'd rather not even risk it, you know. She's about 8 months now and I have started saving up money, reading up some books, making shopping cart lists of baby clothes and furniture to buy in case I am the father, so it's not like I'm not preparing for this at all. So right right now money is tight with her since I know she's only working part-time. She doesn't have the money for a baby bassinet or clothes because she practically lives paycheck to paycheck. She started asking to let her borrow money for baby stuff, but I've told her no. Far as I know she doesn't have other family she's close to and friends are the same as her with money. But I already said I'll start giving her money and helping out once I know her son is mine. Otherwise I'd rather not get involved. I've even told her to reach out to the other guys who could also be the dads, but she said one is even more broke and the other she hasn't been able to contact. So for right now seems like I'm the only one actually able to offer financial support. We have a couple mutual friends and I'm getting shit from them because they know I have the money to help out. She could be the mom of my kids, so the least I could do is provide. They say they would if they had the money. Since I do have the means and this baby could be mine, I should already be helping. They have a point. The baby could be mine and I'll be happy to help out once I know he is in fact mine. But everyone else is seeing it as I'm being too cold and inconsiderate. I don't think I am, but want to know what others believe. Ita? NTA. Based off of her behavior that you are describing, it looks like she is hiding something. In my opinion, based on your story, she knows you are not the father and is trying to trap you because you have money. Get a court-ordered paternity test. You actually have friends who want you to give money to an ex-girlfriend who could be pregnant with another guy's baby. Tell those people to give her their own money, then wait for the paternity test. NTA. Adding on to this comment because it's the only one I can find at the moment regarding money. I have 2 children myself. When I was pregnant I needed $0. That's right, 0. None of the appointments charged the copay, and I had terrible insurance during parts of my second pregnancy. As far as items for the baby, I know at least 6 Facebook groups off the top of my head for my area where people give away every damn thing you need for a baby. Cribs, clothes, strollers, car seats, bottles, heck even breast pumps, surplus formula, and diapers and wipes. There are social programs she can get set up with and her doctor can help her. She can apply for WIC and get all that stuff for free. She doesn't need any money from OP. She sounds like she is just hoping he will be the dad because he sounds like the best choice out of the potential list of fathers. NTA. That said, as a former child support worker, I have some suggestions for you. 1. Request a paternity test immediately. This can be done for little to no cost through your local child support enforcement office. 2. Do not sign anything at all until you have results. Nothing. Especially do not sign something called an affidavit of paternity. These cannot be undone. Do not sign. Do not let the hospital tell you that you must sign. 3. Consult a family law attorney. 4. If you wanted to help her before the baby is here and without a DNA test, it will not change your child support obligations. It's what's done after birth that matters. 5. Again, sign nothing. I cannot stress this enough. Nothing. Oh, and NTA. Do not let her put your name on the birth certificate until you have had the paternity test, or you will be screwed for money till the kid is 18, even if it is not your. Ita for not wanting my mill to watch my son. My 27F son is 3 months old. My husband, 34 meters, and I tried for 3 years to have a baby and suffered 2 miscarriages in 2019 that were devastating. We live in an area where COVID restrictions have lifted, so we are slowly introducing our baby to family. We have introduced him to my mill, and since then she's been very pushy about babysitting him for us. The issue is, my husband's family is very chaotic. His stepbrother is a heroin addict who has robbed their family home on several occasions and has the tendency to hide his needles around the house. He doesn't live there, but my mill has not stopped him from coming around. My husband's sister lives at the family home. She does not work or pay rent, and she has a big jealousy issue with my husband. He goes over to the house on a regular basis to help with yard work, etc. And she always makes a scene about not wanting him there. Last October, when I was 8 months pregnant, I was dropping my husband off at his mom's to clean the gutters for her. His sister came home while I was in the driveway and started screaming at my husband about how they don't need his help. She was triggered by me blocking her spot. My husband pointed out that he wouldn't need to come by if she stepped up and helped my mill. She then said that she hopes I have another miscarriage. which was disgusting and hurtful. As always, Mill stuck up for her and said she didn't mean it. At this point, there's too much chaos in the house and I don't feel like it's a safe place for my baby, especially without my husband and I. Mill doesn't understand this at all. I know she isn't responsible for her stepson's addiction and her daughter's awfulness, but I don't trust her judgment. Edit. Wow, thanks everyone for the great advice. A lot of people are suggesting that we allow her to watch him at our place. I think he's way too young to be watched by anyone other than us, even under the best of circumstances. Eventually, when we do start to let that happen, I still wouldn't feel comfortable with it, even if she came here. I simply do not trust her judgment. Some people are also questioning why my husband's sister has such a hate on for him. She's been like this since they were kids, according to many people in the family. In my opinion, he's the only one that calls her on her shit, and she doesn't know how to handle her emotions. NTA. I hope your husband steps up and explains the situation to his mother. You have received enough unmerited abuse from his family. He backs me up fully but also doesn't want to be harsh because it's his mom. He thinks that his mom should stop letting his stepbrother come there and kick his sister out, but she won't. I also don't think things would be magically solved if she did that because she still has questionable judgment in the first place. NTA. Your Mill is a doormat. He is one of those keep the peace at all costs people, and the safety of your child would absolutely come second to keeping Bill and Sil happy. You are under no obligation to comply with her desire to play Grandma of the Year. I would even be hesitant to allow her to babysit in your own home. She would probably let Bill come over to give him a chance to rob your house instead of hers. Exactly, thank you. It's not that she's a bad person, so I feel terrible for her, but I also don't think she makes great decisions. NTA. Your Bill leaves used needles around the house. End of discussion. And the Sil is unhinged enough to have literally wished this child dead. Let's not forget that. NTA. Stick to your guns, mama, your instinct is spot on. Don't put your baby into that chaotic space.